what's going on in Manitoba right now is a perfect avatar for what's going on in wider Canada and why conservatives need to be prepared. Far left Premier Wabkinew, extremely far left Premier Wabkinew, and I don't mean to interrupt you from domestically assaulting any women right now. In 2003, a woman charged you with throwing her across a room. So I don't want to stop you from anything like that. There was also a taxi cab driver who you allegedly punched in the face. So I don't want to distract you from punching anybody in the face. You were also, I know people that have been seriously injured by drunk drivers. You've been on multiple occasions charged with driving intoxicated. Isn't it so ironic how all these empathetic far left wingers, you look at their rap sheets, look at Wabkinew's rap sheet. This guy talks about standing up for the disenfranchised. How about you don't get in your fucking car after you've been pounding booze all night, you fucking scumbag? So Wabkinew, the far left premier of Manitoba, his in charge of housing in Manitoba, Nahani Fontaine, this woman, after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, shot in the neck in front of his children and his wife, she immediately shared a post on Instagram saying, "This man was a racist, sexist, transphobe. I extend his family zero sympathies." Immediately after he was just assassinated in front of his family. This is what Manitoba's Minister of Housing shared, Nahani Fontaine. This woman has also in the past been caught on mic screaming about having a deaf signal person in front of them. She seems like a real scumbag piece of work. It's so ironic how the so-called most empathetic, loving, far left people, you look into who they are, and a lot of the times they seem like very disgusting people. She shares this post. If this had been a conservative, I can tell you with 100% certainty that the attack dogs at the CBC, at CTV, would be on this like you wouldn't believe. There's only been a couple articles on this. She immediately celebrated this man's assassination. What is Wabkinew, the man who's been charged with domestic assault, beating a taxi driver up in multiple DUIs? He says, "I don't believe in cancel culture." Are you effing kidding me? Are you effing kidding me? A man is assassinated for speech, the antithesis of the democracy that we supposedly live in and that you supposedly defend, Wab. And your reaction is to say, "I don't believe in cancel culture." This is not about cancel culture. This is about setting a culture in Canada where we celebrate violence, we celebrate assassinations. Isn't it? It's so ironic that the furthest left, those of us that claim to be anti-fascists, are the ones who so frequently resort to violence the most quickly. I've been documenting these far left-wing gatherings for the past 2 years, these pro-Palestinian marches, and do not buy what the CBC, what CTV are selling you. These are, in many cases, of course, there are some people who are just out there to support Palestine. No issue with that whatsoever. But the amount of massed, violent people yelling vile things, rolling fake body bags onto our streets, fake blood on their hands, yelling the most vile stuff into speakers. Look through my videos. They will physically threaten you if you give any indication that you're not on their side. And like I said, this isn't everybody out there, but I've been documenting these. It's a lot of people, and they get rolled out the red carpet by people like Wabkinew. Conservatives in Canada, wake up. What's going on in Manitoba right now is not an aberration. This is their worldview. They think that if you share any views with Charlie Kirk, if you share any conservative traditional views, if you believe a man is a man, a woman is a woman, and you can't decide which one you're going to be, they want you gone. That's not an exaggeration. We need to wake up to what we're against, what the hell we're up against. World War II, all that these far lefties want to talk about is the fascism in Germany. Read a history book. Look at how many people the communists got. Tens of millions of more people. Look at the far left. Look at Mao. Look at Pol Pot, Lenin, Stalin. Far lefties are always extremely violent. I don't know how they have been able to co-opt the term anti-fascist, but it's a total deflection. These lefties are very frequently the most violent people you could ever encounter. And that's just, Manitoba right now is just one example of many. A of Toronto professor sent out a tweet immediately after he was assassinating, saying that assassination was too good for fascists. On the CBC, David Cochrane, one of their main hosts, immediately went into a diatribe about all the divisive things that Charlie Kirk had said throughout the course of his life. Open your eyes, people. And the CBC refuses to report on Fontaine sharing celebration of an assassination. This is pure propaganda in Canada, and they gaslight you like crazy. People on the right are threatened with violence all the time. Like I said, I've been out at these far left protests. They are threatening. I can tell you definitively, these are threatening people out on our streets on a daily basis in Canada. But because they line up ideologically with the left, carte blanche, roll out the red carpet from our police. It's disgusting, and we need to wake up to what's going on. These anti-fascists, if you believe in traditional Western values, if you believe in sovereignty, if you believe in free speech, if you believe in throwing violent criminals in jail, if you believe in our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, if you think that the Canadian government should put the Canadian people first, you are in danger right now in Canada. We need to continually call this out, these disgusting responses to acts of violence, and the Canadian people deserve to know what's actually going on. Don't believe the CBC propaganda. Don't believe the CTV propaganda. It's total junk. They are the violent ones, and we need to wake the hell up. I organized a rally this weekend. It was fantastic. Thanks so much to everybody who came out. I'm going to get organizing more as the Parliament's back in action. We need to actually physically get out on the streets because our politicians do not look at polling. They don't give a shit. Stay tuned to this channel. I'm going to be organizing in the coming weeks. Please like, share, subscribe. Really helps me out. Join, become a member. If you're following on TikTok, please make sure you're following YouTube, youtube.com/@FightForCanada2025, because I'm now over 17,000 followers, and the Canadian government is not a big fan of distance. Do not let these bastards gaslight you. Canadian patriots are going to take this country back.